All
already
right.
started recording,
We
didn't
will.
you?
I'm starting right now. So got some good product placement there from Silas.
I can't see Silas anymore.
Well,
Sorry.
refreshing. Well, we're gonna be one man short this week, I think. So he's too busy playing with college boys, something like that. Or so I'm
So
told.
glad, so glad he listens to this podcast because he's gonna feel real awkward later hearing about that.
We definitely did not have any more viewers with our provocative woman YouTube.
We didn't. It was an interesting experiment. It did not work.
No.
We added tags to it and everything too, didn't we?
Yep. It
Like
definitely
we
did not
tagged
help.
the video, so we had like all of the key phrases that I could imagine that might get clicks. Nothing.
Nope.
You know what we should do? Share it on Reddit.
There we go. We'll share it on
I'm gonna
Reddit.
go do that right now. I'm gonna see what happens.
All right, I'm gonna start it up here then.
Oh, I thought we were live.
Well, we were live, but now we are recording the podcast of episode 92 for the CouncilCast, being recorded on August 27th, 2019. The council is now in session, and as with every week, we'll make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit with little background and next to no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever. So
That's
welcome
what you think.
to this week in the CouncilCast.
Welcome.
We appreciate everybody joining us and the increase in viewers from last week, which was excellent. We have Matt
Yeah.
who is just playing along this week. Maybe he'll give us some thumbs up. I don't know. We'll find out. Because this week we're talking about space mirrors saving the planet. So
He's gonna be so mad if he completely misses this. This is his favorite subject matter: space and mirrors. He loves both so much.
he does love space mirrors.
A duckcast.
So the apparently Brian gives it a thumbs up.
Oh, he is listening in. He's watching. He's watching along / listening while he's hanging out with people. All right. Well,
He
we'll
probably
share
has
your
this
thoughts,
playing
Brian.
on, like for everybody. This is like their mood music.
Hi guys. Welcome to the CouncilCast.
All right. Well,
In
space
for a bumpy
mirrors.
ride.
So apparently, presidential hopeful Andrew Yang has a climate plan, and apparently the climate plan includes building mirrors in space. To do something? I'm not really sure.
Yeah. I didn't read the article, but it sounds like it's a foolproof plan. Mirrors in space equals awesome pants.
They could just create a substance like, I don't know, dimondium, and cover the whole planet in it to protect us from stuff.
Dimondium.
I guess. I mean,
Is this like in the movie Spaceballs when they had that air chamber thing open up, but this is like going to is it reflecting the Earth or is it reflecting things away from the Earth?
so it says that he wants to invest $800 million in researching geoengineering methods like space mirrors, which would be giant foldable space mirrors that reflect the sun's rays away from the Earth.
So because our atmosphere is not going to last the way that it is forever, he's thinking to save us from harmful rays, we put a giant mirror up there to reflect the harmful rays away.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's more like
Ain't no sunshine anymore.
I think this is all really going to prevent
boom.
is just suntans. I mean,
I think it's
also,
going to create the next ice age.
wouldn't it make the world dark?
I think this is the same thing like creating cloud coverage.
Think about it though, if a meteor hit that space mirror and flipped it around just right, and so then the sun was reflecting off of this mirror at Earth, it could like roast people. It'd be
Thumbs
like
up for space.
Hey, there's Matt.
So-
Matt Welcome to the CouncilCast.
Actually, I think what he's probably doing, he's probably trying to build a Death Star. Because could you imagine if you took all those mirrors and focused them on a planet?
Yep, I can. I've seen the movie Star Wars.
Mercury blow up or something.
That's not a moon.
So apparently Yang says that he says we can't dismiss any ideas. We've waited too long and we need to act fast. And I think this is a perfect case where I think we can in fact dismiss some ideas, and it would be this one.
I don't know. I think
didn't we cover an article that was talking about creating massive cloud coverage to do the same thing?
Well, maybe. I mean, could you do both? Would it help?
Well, clouds just filter out all the
That would certainly
non-harmful rays.
Whereas mirrors just block all the rays.
Exactly.
No, the clouds filter out the non-harmful rays, so letting only the harmful rays through. Why do we want more clouds? That just means more, a higher concentration of harmful rays.
Well, I guess if one of those mirrors flip around, it'd be the same thing.
Why do mirrors have to be in space? Why can't we make the mirrors on the surface of the Earth?
It's too late. The sunlight would already be trapped in the atmosphere. We would have to deal with those harmful sunshine days. Ugh.
Sunny days, they're the worst.
Maybe if there was less sunshine.
Sunshine when she's gone.
There was less sun building up high carbon content within plants. Then when we ate our vegetables, we would be ingesting less actual carbon content, and we wouldn't gain as much weight.
You started talking science, and I lost you.
But carbon. Isn't that what something's made out of? I don't know.
Something.
Kryptonite.
Iron, maybe.
Maybe.
Carbonite.
Carbonite.
Thumbs down.
I'm giving this guy a huge thumbs up because I like innovation and I like mirrors. Think about it. You could go out into outer space and you could be getting ready to go on a space date and be like, oh, wow, let me check the giant space mirror to make sure that I look good still.
Thumbs up for Mr. Wang.
Yang. Thumbs up.
Mr. Wang.
His name's Yang, not Wang.
I'm going to have to give this a thumbs down. And I think it's because I think we could use space mirrors for something better, shooting the sun's rays at planets that don't get a lot of sun.
Or shooting it. Yeah, why don't we heat up Mars?
You know what? Actually, what we should do is we should use it to light up the dark side of the moon.
We should use it to destroy meteors that could kill Earth. Oh, talk about your dark side of the moon. Wait, scratch that. Don't everyone forget that I said that. Save it for my Elon Musk pitch.
All right. Well,
I just don't need more space junk. Do you know how many chemicals we have to produce to create mirrors that large? We're creating more greenhouse gases, and
but now we're going to block them for forever.
Oh my gosh!
Because that's totally how it works.
Cost benefit ratio.
What you don't need light for is reading ancient texts from Egyptian papyrus.
Cool.
Which some scientists have apparently come up with a method for unfolding old papyrus paper to be able to read the text.
Cool. Even cooler.
Oh man,
this
papyrus!
Is
what an
awful
font.
It's a bunch of Germans who came up with this. I mean, of course, it would be the Germans.
Yes, papyrus.
They got to unfold all those stolen manuscripts they still haven't properly returned.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
The BMW engineers needed to pivot after not jumping on electric cars fast enough.
Actually, it's a whole bunch. It's all the VW guys who got laid off.
VW sucks.
So they apparently are able to virtually unfold paper. So they originally created something that allowed them to unroll the old Dead Sea Scrolls, and they apparently have some other papyrus that has kind of been folded up, and they said looks like kind of just a brick of nothing. And so they've been able to actually unwrap it virtually and be able to read the text on it, which I thought was pretty dang cool.
That is cool. I love how they have started using Photoshop and After Effects to create things that look like real technology so that we get excited about reading the inside of a piece of paper we can't see. This is
Could I use the
hokum.
same technology on the paper that gets wadded up in my pants in the washer?
Probably.
Cool.
That way, if you ever forget what you wrote on it, you could figure it out, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh, look,
sometimes.
a fetus.
What?
It's 2 millimeters. Oh, wait, no, that's the folded piece of paper. Never mind.
Oh my gosh, that's a horrible image.
Doesn't it look like a
this is actually
fetus?
kinda cool. It does look like a fetus.
Are you talking about the black and white ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it kind of does.
Side shots of the folded up papyrus.
You know what the next problem is going to be, though, is great. We can read the text, but who can actually read the text, if you know what I mean?
Well, they will have
Rosetta
they will have some cunning linguists work on it, and
make up a language.
They'll make it up.
That'll
It says
be
whatever we want it to say.
Yeah, isn't that what a lot of religions do?
on Mars attacks. When they're like, we're pretty sure this is how you say peace among worlds, and they throw the doves, yeah, or they throw up those doves, and which is grounds for them to start killing everyone.
Well, I think we got that one wrong.
What a great movie from what's his name? Matt, who is that? Who directs Mars Attacks?
Who direct Mars Attacks?
Yeah.
Hell if I know.
Tim Burton.
Morty,
That was
we're
a Tim
aliens.
Burton movie? Holy
Yeah.
I think
shit.
so.
When you
Yeah,
when
I
you watch
should've
it back,
known
you're
that.
like, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. You think about it, you're like, wait, why didn't I know this was Tim Burton? It's Tim Burton. It's like lathered in Tim Burton.
I really like the scene where the old lady's like, they blew up Congress!
Rick, why do we have to wear these antennas? Because I think we're aliens, Morty. Oh, yeah, and do this. I told him it means peace among worlds.
I have that. Hold on.
Well, Matt finds that. We can move on to our Apple Card. So is anybody? Oh my God.
That's
awesome.
fantastic.
I love that so much. Could we get that made into a custom mouse pad that's like 27 inches long?
Sure.
That'd be amazing.
I don't see why not. I'm gonna bring it to work and put it wallpaper my office with it. Can I get this in wallpaper format? I guess I give this a thumbs up. I like the idea that these guys are doing it. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cool tech, especially if I can unwad my washer notes.
There you go.
Yep. Concur.
So, anybody picked up a Apple Card recently?
Yeah, I got 2 new accounts.
2 new Apple Card accounts. Sweet. Congratulations.
I did not.
So Apple has they've come out with their own credit card called the Apple Card, and it's made of titanium. Ooh, fancy. However, they are warning that you should not store this in your wallet or in your jeans pocket.
How much radiation is it putting off?
Actually, they're talking more about it actually damages the card instead. So
Yeah.
It's made of titanium, and I guess the titanium or whatever coating they're using on it, it gets discolored when it comes into contact with leather, which I've never heard of anybody's wallet ever being made of leather ever.
Right. No, that's a weird material for a wallet.
Yep, or blue jeans. So I don't think
Guys.
anybody wears those anymore either. So
Guys,
Isn't that like what our grandparents wore?
guys, my wallet's made of leather.
What?
oh my God.
I've got 2 pairs of blue jeans over.
How old are you?
Time to get some green jeans.
Is that the thing now? I thought it was like purple jeans or something.
So my favorite part of this whole thing is that if you have the card and you discolor it, they have a very specific cleaning process for it, which is like you can't just run it underwater. It's like you have to get acetone, and then you have to clean it with acetone, and then you have to clean it with something else, and then you have to dry it off very carefully. So of course it would be apple.
I was talking to a girl with her fingernails painted, and I said, "Yeah, grab the acetone," and she said, "The what?"
The fingernail polish remover.
People don't even know what acetone is. That's hilarious. You got to clean it with acetone and then wipe it off with a microfiber cloth. Oh my gosh. That's the worst credit card design ever. One that you can't carry in your pocket.
Yeah, I'm not sure how.
Actually, it's probably the best credit card
test
design.
that.
It's probably the best credit card design because it keeps you from using your card because you can't carry it with you.
So wait, it just gets dirty or it doesn't work then?
No, it just gets dirty.
Who cares?
People who buy Apple
get
things.
Apple cards.
I mean, I buy Apple things. A lot of people who buy Apple things put stickers all over it. I don't know. I think it's fine. But yeah, that makes
Silly
sense
thing.
that they have it built out of a material that it's pretty dopey.
Yeah, thumbs down for Apple missing the mark again.
Thumbs up for Apple.
Thumbs down for controversy.
Matt is the most invested I've ever seen him in an episode of CouncilCast. I don't know if there's an empirical number to state how enthusiastic he is right now.
Fuck you guys, I'm at a really good part in my audiobook. Also, we got all the time in the world.
Oh, age is over, says
How do we get rid of it? Wait, I'm gonna just Google it.
Hold on, let me check.
Is for MIT. Okay, there it is.
I don't know. I have time for this.
I think they're just saying that it's not uncool to be old anymore.
I mean, maybe I'll have to read.
You know what isn't cool is when your roof catches on fire.
What? That's not cool.
So apparently Walmart is suing Tesla because of their solar panel roofs. They apparently had a bunch of solar panels that are made by Tesla, and when customers installed them on their roof, they caught fire.
They're sucking up too much sunlight. Probably because of that damn space mirror.
So it could be part of the space mirror. Maybe somebody had it misaligned. That must be what it is. But apparently these are the solar panels that are installed on Walmart. So
They should have been made of diamondium.
They should have made them out of Apple cards.
Yeah.
Sure.
That they would have been a different color anyway.
So
what are they doing about it?
Well, I mean, so apparently there's 7 Walmart stores that have caught fire since 2012 because of these solar panels, and 2 of them happened in May 2018. So they suffered fires, and Walmart's pretty pissed about it, and so they're like, yeah, we're just going to sue you, Tesla.
Huh.
Got it.
So they're claiming that they were installed improperly and that they are just a piece of crap.
I love Walmart. What Walmart's quoted saying is that these solar installations had a habit of catching fire, like it was their fault. Like a horrible child in school with bad habits.
Love how they didn't
catch fire.
Love how they didn't. They didn't say it was a bad habit of catching fire. It was just a habit. In the event of a dildo, we can never imply ownership, though. We always have to refer to it as a dildo and never your dildo.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well, you know what?
Is there an ostrich?
Are we voting yet?
involved
We're not
with
voting
this
yet.
at all?
Blaine has more stuff to say about this.
I don't really know what to say about this other than, I mean, it looks like these weren't things that were actually made by Tesla. These were the solar panels made by Solar City. and installed by them.
That
So
doesn't necessarily make them not responsible.
no, because Tesla does own Solar City now. So I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess fix your shit so things don't catch on fire. Thumbs down.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to give this thumbs down too.
I want more information.
Same.
Well, Walmart
I'm
filed a
tempted
100-page
though
long...
to give a thumbs up for Walmart catching on fire though, because that's kind of a cool
That's
imagery.
where I was headed.
Ah, that's fair.
What was that tab?
All right.
Depends on what day, what time of day. I mean, if it's like 8, 9 o'clock at Walmart, then yes. If Walmart catches on fire, the best people will be screaming and running out of Walmart. If it's the middle of the day, it's not going to be nearly as interesting.
Well, anyway, what's not interesting is opening a time capsule to have nothing be inside of it.
Is this the Reddit safe post all over again?
No, this is actually New Hampshire had a city in New Hampshire that had a time capsule that they buried 50 years ago, 1969, and they were supposed to open it this year, and when they did, they found nothing inside of it.
Did somebody dig it up?
And like the people that were there when they first like sealed it are just in the back giggling like a bunch of little schoolgirls. They're like, "This is gonna be so good! I farted in that before we shut it." And then they open it up and they're like, "Oh my god!"
What is that smell?
Like a 50-year-old fart.
So apparently there was supposed to be
Somehow
like
ripe yet stale.
there was supposed to be items related to astronaut Alan Shepard inside of it, as well as a film reel depicting a driving
Holy
tour of the
shit.
city.
This only further drives the conspiracy.
That we never went to the moon.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, I can't stop watching one of these headlines where a German theme park had a ride that looked like a swastika. Like,
Wait,
talk
what?
about bad fucking engineering.
So apparently, what may have happened here is that apparently a number of individuals may have had access to the time capsule in the 50 years since it was sealed, which apparently seems like a huge misstep. Like,
And no shit.
but because apparently what happened is they buried the capsule and they buried it in the, I think, like the basement or something underneath the library. And then when the library underwent this construction, they dug it up and they moved it, and they never reburied it. and on top of that, the safe's combination lock was labeled on the back of it.
Oh my god. So somebody didn't lose it, yeah.
So somebody
Somebody stole the shit.
everything
yeah, for
out.
sure.
Probably.
Knowing that they would be able to get away with it because that, and the next person, the multiple people that looked into it, all the people subsequent to the person that stole the things couldn't bring it up because then they would be outed as like a time capsule thief. Like,
Although that is kind of a cool title for a movie. I'm gonna write that down. Time Capsule Thieves.
figure that up as a story somehow. We got to figure out how to do that. So you can't. It's like stolen, but you can't bring it up because then you don't want everybody to know.
So I think my biggest complaint about this whole thing is like, it's a 50-year time capsule. What the hell did people think was going to change in 50 years that they needed to have a time capsule?
They were gonna see if that can of Spam was still good.
We did a time capsule at a house that we renovated when we were living in Missouri.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we put it into the wall because we tore out all the walls in the bathroom.
Do you have
It was the
anything to
first
say about
project.
that, Brian? We can wait. He's not fast. Anyway, continue on your story. I find this extremely interesting.
I put a little model plane and a model car in there.
I think I put baseball cards in.
You did.
Did you have like a date? of
They're
when it
like
was
they're
supposed
Mark
to be open?
McGuire cards. That's just not going to age you well.
It probably was. I was probably like, oh yeah. I think
Very
it's
fun.
like
my hero.
We also wrote.
Lance
We also
Armstrong, Mark
wrote
McGuire.
a letter. We also wrote like this little letter about our family, and all the things we were up to and how we had we're renovating the house and all kinds of fun little things.
So you're just hoping that somebody finds it.
We were just like, well, hey, this is kind of, Mom was like, this will be fun. And it's like the type of fun that's like, I don't know when I'm, 50 years later, am I going to go back to that house and knock on the door and be like, hey, do you mind if I go knock a hole in your bathroom?
No, you gotta leave contact information in there so they can get a hold of you.
Well,
it's like letting a balloon
now we could do
phone
that,
them.
but when I was 12, it's not like we could say, here's our cell phone number, because that was not something that we owned. They existed, but my family did not own cell phones at that point.
Yeah, but you could have been like,
had one.
your last name at AOL.
10 minutes on the bill, and it sat in the car only for emergency calls.
We could have. Yeah, I did sit in the car for emergency calls only. And there were a couple of times I was like, Mom, pretty sure this is an emergency. She's like, no, it's not. We don't need to call anyone. We're fine. And I'm like, the car is on fire.
She's like, it costs $20 a minute.
Anyway.
I still think that 50 years, a time capsule should probably be sealed up for longer than that if you really want to see anything meaningful. I mean, shit, I can go to the library and find like 50-year-old newspapers, so...
Well, that's an interesting question, though. Like, are time capsules even a relevant thing to do now because of the advent of the internet? I mean, I guess you could put a time capsule together in case the internet goes away someday.
I don't know. Star Trek did an episode on finding a time capsule. Star Trek: The Orville did an episode on finding a time capsule of like
I actually
today's
just watched
society.
that episode.
Isn't that a good episode?
It was a good episode.
And they found a cell phone, and they're like, "What is this thing?"
I need to get caught up, apparently.
Yeah.
I've never watched an episode.
Like, I think a time capsule
all right.
that's 400 years
I think it's
buried
great.
is a good idea.
Yeah, you open it and you're like, oh, yes, the plague!
I think over 100 years would probably be worthwhile, because I mean, shit, somebody who was like 10 could have put something in this time capsule and been 60 and been like, oh, something changed. I don't remember the 50 years that have passed.
Well, I mean, it's kind of fun to put together one for yourself for like 80 years. If you have a place you're like, oh, I'm going to remember to like, I've set an alert on my iPhone to pop up and say, hey, go check that time capsule. That might be kind of cool to go like, hey, yeah, here was some, oh yeah, I remember this. Oh, now I remember what I put in here. So it's like 5 minutes of fun putting it together and like 5 minutes of fun opening it and like 60 or 50 years of like forgetting about it. So
I feel like you'd get to open it and be like, oh man, yeah, just like remember when I was happy and stuff.
Yep, exactly.
Or even worse, oh man, remember when I had to go through that divorce? That was horrible. Why did I save any of this
Why
crap?
did I put all this paper in here? I think we should make a ban on time capsules that are less than 100 years.
Yes.
So let it be
Yes.
written. So let it be done.
Make it so.
I give it. I give a thumbs up to making time capsules more relevant.
I give a thumbs up to whoever stole shit out of that time capsule.
Yep, same. Thumbs
They
up
got
to
away
the
with
thief.
it.
Good job, kids.
I give no vote whatsoever, just like what was in the goddamn thing.
Well, you've been sitting on that one for a little. You thought of that as soon as you saw the article. I like that. That was nice.
Maybe it was Schrodinger's safe or something like that. Like you didn't know if there's anything in it until you opened it or not.
Oh.
Kind of like 3D printed self-driving shuttles.
Oh,
How is it kind of like 3D printed self-driving shuttles?
There's nothing in them.
They're self-driving.
Okay.
That was reaching.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
these things don't look very sturdy. This thing's moving really slow, and it has a pretty insane crash.
I mean, is it supposed to go
It's
faster
filmed
than
in
25
slow
miles an
motion.
hour?
What's slow motion?
I would say it actually survived pretty well, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't really crash the front end too hard.
It looks like a driving toaster.
What a brave little toaster.
Do you think that it could
Oh, that's
make
a
me
great
toast?
movie.
That'd be pretty nice. I think I'd be more concerned about
Maybe.
all of the glass that's like flying at
Well,
my
I mean,
body.
that's pretty
Someone needs to
simple.
color
Don't-
correct
Don't
this
make
footage
it out
better.
of that. Like, instead of making it out of this like glass, make it out of something that's not going to shatter like that.
They
Well-
made it out of the glass so that it would look cool filming it in slow motion. That's why the top looks like it's
That's
going
fair.
so slow, because it's filmed in probably the way that's shattering.
Oh,
It's
the best
probably 300 to 900 frames a second.
Well, the back piece
closer to
survives. Just have grandma sit in the back.
The best one is the 3 mile per hour crash test. If you scroll
Yeah,
down.
that one's pretty great. It just bounces right off, like boink. As if that test were even needed.
It's like, oh, I accidentally ran into it.
So this GIF got me. It was moving so slowly, and I also thought this was slow motion. And I was like, this doesn't look like the top one at all.
So it's a moving vehicle that also 3D prints things on your
Little
trip.
Car's moving at normal speed.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be like the architect's transportation, right? You're going to your meeting, you get a 3D printed model of what you need on the way, so you don't have to make it before you go. It's a
Especially if
great
it's moving at
3D
3
printing
miles
car.
an hour. It probably worked.
If I learned anything from the meager like slapdash 3D printing that I've done so far, it's that this car would take 400 years to print.
I wonder, is
Probably.
it 3D printed just from? I can't find what it's made out of. Like,
There's just one like poor bastard making it on a 200 by 200 by 300 like printer.
Little
It's-
piece by piece by piece by
He's
piece.
like he's shedding a tear in the background as they crash these.
Man.
Nah, I don't know. Those wheels on this thing are sick. Look at that.
Have you ever done large models on a 3D printer, Matt?
Not huge.
it's impossible.
It's a whole lot of fun.
No,
Sometimes
it
the-
is
the
not a
pieces-
lot of fun.
Sometimes the pieces run into an error in the print, and you have to like reset the piece as it's printing.
I came back to my printer printing like in the middle of the air because something had come off the print bed, and I was like, "Fuck."
I did a time lapse of a 3D printer making a car for a client, and it took like 5 hours. And when
Yeah.
it got done, I was like, that took 5 hours? That's so tiny.
Yeah.
My favorite
It's
thing
like
is I 3D
this
printed
big.
something, and it got the 3D printing the plastic didn't come out of the head, and so the entire head got covered in melted plastic.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
That was pretty fun,
Oh my gosh!
and it was
What's
a high
the largest
it was a high temp plastic too, so it was like impossible to pull
possible
apart.
to get off? Did you have to get a solution, like bake and soak it in the hot solution?
Nope, I chipped away at it with a pliers and a hammer.
My gosh!
Dope.
What's the largest model you've ever made?
I made a full scale model of one of the parts we build at work. It's like probably this big. It's like 13 by 13 by 8.
It took 10 hours to print this thing. In 2014, it took 44 hours to print it.
Car.
Yep.
What are they using to print it? Like an industrial size 3D printer?
I would
Like
assume so.
filament that's the diameter of my forearm?
I mean, it looks like they're only 3D printing the frame, so I mean, it's possible they're using more than just plastic.
Have you seen the
Yeah.
3D printed houses?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
concrete.
They have
So I guess
over
it's possible for large
2,000.
scale.
It says that there are over 2,000 combinations of printing materials and fortifying additives. So
Hmm.
probably more than plastic.
Huh.
I think this is a pretty cool idea, because it seems pretty quick and cheap and easy for these guys to test things out, and it gets me one step closer to being able to download a car and print it. I give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs up for slow motion video.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, you watch
Thumbs,
this. Watch this video up here. You're like, why is that thing driving so slow? Oh, it's filmed in slow motion. Look at the glass explode everywhere.
I still don't get it. I don't understand.
Why they would 3D print a car?
Is the 3D printed cars the one that's going to be on the streets?
Yeah.
Okay, why are we? I just feel like we're making more things out of plastic when we shouldn't be.
No, Logan, this is not
But it's 3D
plastic.
printed, man.
It's 2,000 combinations of printing material and fortifying additives.
I thought
Is
our
there
main
polymer?
concern-
Is
I
there
thought
polymer anywhere in the
I
name?
thought, I thought our main concerns were single-use plastics, not multi-use.
Polymers and additives.
Yeah, this thing can like drive around on the road for years. You don't drive it once and throw it away.
Okay.
But you could.
But you could. That's the point.
Fucking, it probably comes in like a vacuum-sealed plastic container, and you gotta open it up, and it's got that new car smell. Inject it in, and
It's like a bed in a box. You can't ever get it back in the box.
that's
You
what
know,
happens
when
with
they
ours.
have
They send
new
us the
car
wrong
smell,
size.
when they have the new car smell in a spray, it makes me concerned what I'm actually smelling.
All right. Thumbs up for cheap vehicles, I guess.
Your thumb was in the witness protection program for half of that. See?
We can't. You cannot actually see if his thumbs are up or down.
There's some pretty sweet blurring algorithms, Skype.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I gave a thumbs up.
I mean, Silas's turn's a whole lot better than what Logan's does, but
It's because I'm so white, I almost blend into my background.
It's probably because
That's not
I'm
a bad
using
theory, actually.
I'm using a camera on a Mac, so it's going to be sharper and cleaner than yours. So
Is
that's
it?
the real. I don't know. I just.
How
like
does mine
to
do? Let's find out. Dun.
Uh,
oh my god, that's horrible.
It's letting.
what camera do you have?
A Logitech something
D30?
HD 1080p.
I love how you're reading it right off the lens. Direct eye contact.
My,
C20
God
or
damn it, now
C30?
somebody's gonna steal my irises.
that's not too bad.
I also have specific.
Here, have them.
I have like very special lighting set up right now. I have a light over here.
Like I still
Give me
can't even
soft
see,
lighting.
dude.
A light up there, bounced off the ceiling to create a nice soft light effect. So, is it even blurring? I can't see myself
It is.
large.
Yeah.
Oh, good, I took I don't know why I did that. Well, great. I'm gonna make that my new screensaver.
Make it the background. It's better that way. All right.
Yeah,
well,
I think
we're
Silas
gonna,
is the best.
I think we're gonna move on to our Elon Musk pitches of the week.
Are Elon Musk pissed?
Our
Oh,
Elon
you should just let it. You should
Musk.
just let it.
piss
I mean,
No.
I've heard of gamer bathwater, but CEO piss?
Yikes!
Is that like just what 5 Hour Energy just is?
Yep. I watched a documentary on it. It definitely is.
That's what I heard. So I think that with our awesome Skype background blurring, I think he should come up with a better algorithm for blurring the backgrounds of video chats.
Yep.
Hmm. That is an important endeavor.
We have to add a very crucial piece there, which is that it has to be free. Because there are much better algorithms, but they cost money, and they only come with much more expensive cameras.
I only want it to work for I don't for oh I only want it to work with
Katie.
only for you, Logan. It only has to work for you.
Only so an algorithm that works better for fair-skinned gingers, so they don't get blurred out into their backgrounds.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, I can explain to everyone why it's not working for them, but I'm not going to. So, thumbs up to that idea. Spend more money, Elon.
And he has to give it to you for free.
Yes, for free.
I like that. He's making too much money. I mean, if there's anything we know about Tesla, the company, and
Tesla.
Elon, Tesla, the company, is that they are rolling in the dough. There are no money problems there.
None whatsoever.
You got anybody else have a pitch for this week? A piss for this week?
I have a piss for this week. I think that we should have a space mirror reflecting the sun's rays that we can point at asteroids coming towards Earth, and it'll be like the video game Asteroids.
No, you're just trying to put Bruce Willis and that other guy out of a job, Ben Affleck.
Yep.
Oh, Ben Affleck does not need a job, nor should he have ever had a job, ever. Matt Damon, on the other hand, he did just fine. Ben Affleck screwed up Batman, and so he can stay off screens forever.
I think okay.
Stream.
I give a thumbs up to mirrors. That sounds cool. I like blowing things up.
We could refocus it with like a refocuser. You can make it more or less powerful. What do you say, Elon?
With the focuser?
Ball's in your court. Mic drop. I didn't want to drop it on my keyboard. I got a new one.
Oh, what kind?
It is a Apple keyboard.
It is an Apple keyboard.
Focus already.
Will you have less problems with your Apple keyboard, or will you have fewer problems? What?
You got
Begging your pardon, but I think you mean you are.
Matt, am I still employed?
Yeah, you'll always have a job here.
Okay, great.
Nope.
Working with Matt still.
We don't pay well, and there are no benefits.
I've had a couple jobs like that. I get used to it.
Isn't getting paid. All right, sweet. All right, with that, I'm going to call this council meeting adjourned. We want to thank everybody for listening. We do record this podcast live on Tuesday nights. And if you liked what you saw and want to check out all of our past episodes, you can check us out on iTunes, your favorite podcatcher, or go to councilcast.org. If you have a topic you'd like our decision on, you can email us at councilcast@gmail.com or connect with us on Twitter @RealCouncilCast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.